How you like that?
Kindly state your name.
It's Thom and Jeff.
Well, I think these guys are pretty darn dope.
Check for sound.
What?
Notice they're high, so this will be a good show.
Yeah.
How's that? Is that better? Like that? Is that okay or not?
It's a little hot, but it'll be all right.
How's that? Is that better?
That's much better.
Get your headphones on your vagina over there or what?
Thom and Jeff podcast number 2 is on the air.
See, I thought about saying something about number 2, but now we're going to have to keep count. We probably won't get past 10 anyway, so who cares, right? If you are listening to this, thank you very much. You probably already know this, but just in case, our website is mythomandjeff.com. That's mythomandjeff.com. Did you go to thomandjeff.com yet with THOM?
No, I haven't seen that one yet.
Do you have your fancy computer up yet?
It is up and running.
Go to mythomandjeff.com while I'm setting up the show here, okay?
All right.
You tell us all about it. 31,000 downloads of our first podcast, so thank you guys, all 31,000 of you guys, very, very much. That's really cool, right?
We were expecting
31?
Well, I was saying between the 1 and 2 mark, I would have been happy.
31,000 downloads, pretty cool. Facebook and Twitter, both of them just blew up with people saying it was really, really entertaining. So thank you very much to everybody who downloaded it, got the word out, and, just helped us out. There is, if you go to the website, mythomandjeff.com, there's a tab on there to email us, and we got like 18, 19 emails to read later. Also, there's a tab on there if you want to advertise on the program, you can do that as well. Just send us an email and we'll get a hold of you and fix you up that way. Coming on the program today, we're going to read said emails here in just a second. You sent me a Waffle House story.
You would be amazed at the amount of resource that goes in to running a Waffle House and what a Waffle House means in your community to the federal authorities.
Really?
Just saying.
Bricks on the landing. Here's the thing. Anybody who's been down Laclede's Landing, with the cobblestone, it's very historic. It's beautiful to look at. It sucks to walk on.
Going on the assumption that just a third of the people hear podcast number 2.
Right.
Of those third that you are in, when was the last time you had a good time on the landing?
Right. I mean, for me, I went down there because I was working, but it was at Big Daddy's down there, and I had a great time. But I know what you're saying. In the mid-'90s, everybody went down there.
It was a place to be.
Yeah, but the cobblestone sucked. It sucks when you're driving on it, when you leave in Kennedy's and you're half in the can. You know what I mean?
And there's an ice storm.
So anyway, they're going to be replacing apparently a lot of those bricks. We are going to do a yes game, which is going to be awesome because uncensored yes game. Hello, how great is that? Right?
Yeah, I didn't know where to go with it. I didn't want to be dirty just for the sake of being dirty.
Oh, I did. Also, you brought in a story about horsecock, apparently.
Big
horsecock?
Actually, it's a horse vag.
Oh, well, even better. Here's got a whole bunch of emails. And since we're kind of being rushed tonight, here's like half of them for you.
Welcome to the mythomandjeff.com website. This site is brand new and ever evolving, so bear with us. That means, hey, hold off for just a sec. Gadget Boy's got a real job.
Right. Now, did you go to just thomandjeff.com? That's what I wanted you to go to. Check that out. THOM and JEFF.com. I warned people on Facebook and Twitter, this is definitely not our website.
Oh, no.
We couldn't write this good of material.
I see. I thought you wanted... Tom Watson and Jeff Tobacco first discovered each other's blogs in early 2003 while both men were living in D.C. metro area.
Uh-huh.
After reading and commenting a few months, they first met in person that June. Had begun...
It's a gay couple that is now married.
Have been together. Oh,
yeah.
No.
Gay couple that is now married. They have a photo album from their wedding.
And they're married. Look at that.
And they are married.
There's Thom and Jeff right there.
I've seen it. Yeah. No. Yeah. Oh, I've seen it a million times.
There's Thom and Jeff.
Yeah.
There they are.
Because when I went and bought the domain name of mythomandjeff.com, of course, when I got there and you
By the way,
search,
what did that run you?
Under $8 for an entire year. I figure we won't be doing this for a year, so. But, you put it, it's kind of like a personalized license plate. You put in choices and they let you know what's available. And, of course, my first choice was mythomandjeff.com. And they were like, sorry, that one's already taken. So once the process was done, I went, well, who the hell's got ThomandJeff.com? Oh, the pickle sniffers do. Got it. Okay. All right, so emails, you can email us through mythomandjeff.com. You want to go first?
What do you want to do?
Emails?
Emails.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't give you a show sheet. That was intellectual property of Emmis. I couldn't do show sheets.
No show sheets.
Go ahead.
Okay. Listen up. Mail call.
Well, let's read some emails, shall we?
I've got mail.
Mail call. Gather around, everyone.
You got mail, maggot.
Mail call, sir.
The mail's in.
I got mail. Yay!
Emails. Well, shit, I haven't even looked at any.
Well, here, I'll go then. Okay. Hey, guys, my boyfriend and I are huge fans and longtime supporters. We have missed you guys for the short time that you have been gone already. We're really sorry about what happened and how it came about. Hopefully the HR lady still got some flowers because you guys leaving probably made her very sad. It's so great to hear your voices and getting to say whatever pops in your fucking heads. Ha ha. Just want you to know that you guys will have our full support and attention on every one of these podcasts you put up and anything else you guys do for that matter. Keep up the good work, guys, and keep your heads up. All of us love you guys. Us real Thom and Jeff fans aren't going anywhere, and that's from Joshua and obviously his girlfriend. Thanks, Joshua.
That made the hair on my arm stand up.
They're all pretty much stroking us
Because
there.
I was thinking about jumping off the bridge later on this evening.
Well,
and now
you know,
that email just saved me.
Hey, you might fly.
Podcast is awesome. Without the FCC is good things. It's great to hear you again. Laughter that you provide for me is adding years to my life. Keep it up.
Ted Summers, love podcast. Really miss you guys. Was a great show to listen to. Always entertaining. Can't wait to see where you guys go from here.
Awesome show, guys. Great to hear you back at my speakers. So good. I'm listening to it again while I'm at work. From John Paul. Thanks for the laughs.
Dale Luster, hey guys, just wanted to say that I've been a long-time listener. I remember me and my dad bumping into Thom at the SoCo Hooters back in the late 90s. He had a little putt-putt golf thing set up and was there giving away shit. And since you guys hit the radio waves together, you have been a part of my daily life. You guys are kind of like buddies of mine, and it sucks not being able to tune into you guys on the point. But I must say that the new podcast thing is cool, though. Keep your heads up. Miss insulting you guys. Later, fuckers.
Love you guys. This is right on. Keep doing this. You'll have your own show and be bigger than Howard Stern before you know it.
Oh, I can't wait.
It sucks on my ride home. At least I can listen to you at work before I leave. That's moi. From Kelly.
Jason says basically the same thing. Awesome podcast. Better than the radio show. Keep up the great work.
Traffic is now a fucking pain in the ass rather than a few extra minutes to listen to you guys. Podcast is awesome. That's from Steve K. out in Fallon.
Remember we talked about anal on the Tuesday podcast?
Yeah.
We talked about that. Todd says, last time I tried anal, I noticed a nugget forming on the top of my dick. Needless to say, I couldn't get the condom off or her out fast enough. Lesson is, don't pick chicks up at Pops at 3 in the morning.
Keep it up. Good to hear you guys again. Best of luck to both of you. Glad the team is back. Jason, I wouldn't go that far to say the team is back.
Right. I mean,
would you?
No, not at all. I was happy to hear you guys again. It sounded great. I'm sure it felt good for both of you to clear the air and get your thoughts and feelings out. Looking forward to listening to more, especially while driving my work van in the mornings. That's from Matt Proctor. Thank you very, 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 very much, Matt. And I mean, look at how many more. I want to sit here and stroke our own dicks. So nice podcast, Ryan and Fenton. Sorry to hear about your jobs. Podcast great. Can't wait to hear the next one. That's Karen.
I was waiting for Karen to say, sorry to hear about your jobs. Here's $1.
Hey, I'd be all right with that. You know what? I was thinking about that. If each one of these downloads costs 99 cents.
Dude, come on.
No. Glad you guys are back at it. I'm telling everyone about your new site. Hope the advertisers start rolling in.
It's one thing to people get it for free, but
right.
To ask them to actually go through the effort of paying for it, that might be a whole new ball game.
There's Laura, miss you guys on the radio, go Blues. Robert says a whole bunch of things. He's no longer at Red Robin. Did you know somebody at...
Oh, yeah, the guy at Red Robin always would call or text and say, we got a new burger, you got to come check this out.
There you go. And that's that guy's name is Robert. So thank you Robert. Thank you very much, Robert. We definitely appreciate it. So emails, again, you can send them to
mythomandjeff.com.
Again, 31,000 downloads last time. So I think it'd be really cool if we had 32,000 this time. Waffle House. What's the deal with the Waffle House and the government? I just thought they had really good waffles and awesome hash browns.
You know, with all the disasters, FEMA is running ragged. They don't know what the hell they're going to do. They don't have the money in the kitty to pay for the thing that they already got to take care of.
Right.
And when officials first get into town, they go by the Waffle House. And when things are bad, they go see exactly what state the Waffle House is in to see how they're initially going to set up. If it's closed, news is very bad.
What's closed?
The Waffle House.
I thought they never closed.
Well, when a hurricane or a tornado comes through
I
your
see what
town,
you're saying. If it was like ruined or something like that, then it's bad.
Then it's very bad. When it has a green, that means they got a full menu. Lights are on. Yellow is a limited menu. Power coming from a generator at best. And red, the restaurant is closed, severe damage, or unsafe predictions. That's the only time you will find a Waffle House that is closed.
Now, we have found a Waffle House that is open in the past.
We shared a meal
one time, and it was many, many years ago, and you were all about the potatoes.
I can't go to a Waffle House without getting the potatoes.
Now, there's you can get everything on them, right?
There's a total of 7 ways.
Uh-huh.
You can get them. This is see if I can do it from memory. I can't. Smothered, covered, chopped, diced, peppered, sliced.
And something else.
And there's one more. And I didn't look it up because I would have looked it up.
Right. You wanted to see if you could do it. 6 out of 7 isn't bad because when was the last time you were at a Waffle House?
A couple months ago.
Really?
Yeah.
And you still got 6 out of 7. That's pretty good.
Not bad.
Yeah. There is, out in Pacific, there is not a Waffle House, but it's a Huddle House.
Same thing.
Almost exactly the same thing. And they have just I can say fucking great food. And there's also a rule, I think, at the Huddle House where at least one waitress that's on duty has to be knocked up. Because every time I've been there, there's one lady that's pregnant, one with a lazy eye of some sort. It's never been both.
Some guy at the end of the corner eating a mashed up plate of fried eggs.
And there's always somebody there in Pacific, at least, with overalls on. And we're thinking maybe that he's the husband of the girl with the lazy eye. We're not really sure. But it comes down to the fact that it's really good food at Huddle House. I mean, great fucking food, and it's pretty cheap, too.
And at any time, you can walk into the bathroom and see one of those waitresses just getting fucked. Real
I'm
good.
just telling you.
Hey, honey, can I get that? I'm waiting for my smothered, covered, chopped.
Oh, her eye might be lazy, but her vagina's not.
And if I put it here, it'll be pepper.
Put it where?
Put it there.
Is that on the menu? I don't think it is it?
It's extra.
When was the last time you were actually down at the Landing and you made a concerted effort to go, hey, you know what, honey, or whoever you're handling, let's what do you think of going down to the Landing? Yeah. Been a long time, right?
It's been a long time. Now I will grant you that we are older in age.
Right.
I'll say that, but in its heyday, back in the day.
Right, yeah.
I mean, between Mississippi Nights, Kennedy's, I mean, do you need, other than the walk, do you need anything else, really?
I don't think so. Kennedy's was the go-to place. Mississippi Nights was the go-to place. Sundecker's used to be really cool, but god damn, there was every time you'd go in there, there's somebody you went to high school with, and if you went to 2 high schools or 3 high schools, that it made it even worse. The possibility.
Or the guy that you knew back in the day who moved to Raleigh, North Carolina, and this is his first trip back to St. Louis, so they go to Sundecker's, and then you got to hear the stories about back in the day.
Right. I just wanted to see that guy that was like, hey, did you go to Eureka? Because I was there in 82 and 83, right? Yeah, dude, I was fucking your sister. I don't know if you knew that or not. But, oh, dude, your sister sucks. She sucked just the head off of the shaft, dude. What's she up to?
Your last name is Schmitzelhammer. Schmitzelshma.
It was amazing. Your sister, 17 years old, could suck the chrome off a trailer hitch, dude. How you been?
Her pussy tasted like honey.
Oh, she's dead now? Too bad. I'd have loved to fuck her one more time. That's too bad.
Hey, you know what? Cups on me. Round of cups over here.
That's really bad because of the stuff I did to your sister.
What's your name, Chief?
Let me get you a Rumplemans. Isn't it?
But soon, $1.46 million will be spent redoing the bricks.
Now, are they going to take all of the cobblestone out, or are they just fixing the cobblestones that are broken and misplaced, or do you know?
Good question, but I would think for 1.46, and if they want to keep the integrity of the street, I would imagine that you would just...
It's a pain in the ass. Go down that road on a motorcycle, for Christ's sake. Because stumble out of Kennedy's with somebody you just met, and you gave her 4 or 5 lemon drop shots, and you're trying to get her in the car for a little parking lot head, and then you twist an ankle. There goes the blowjob.
Oh, you know what? They could just say, screw it, we're starting from new.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
But, I mean, when are they starting this? Because football season, there's going to be a hell of a lot of people downtown.
That is a good question. I did not get to that part of when.
Of when? You haven't found out when? I would imagine
when the news comes in, I'll let you know. I've already had several people offer to join the Thom and Jeff podcast crew.
Yeah? Like who?
Wanting to do odds and ends for us.
Such as what?
Oh, go out with a recorder and get some stuff.
That'd be fun.
Record some stuff. I'll even do it. You know what? The day we got fired,
yeah.
I had that recorder from Ed at KC down the hall.
Yeah.
And that was when I was riding the
bus.
bus.
Sell it? Did you sell it?
No. I gave it back to...
I lost that bet. Go ahead.
I came in on Wednesday, you asshole.
Yeah.
And I saw that you were fired, but as I was walking up the stairs, I was going, this is great. I got it. This is great. I was going to do on the bus.
Why can't we still? Do you still have the audio?
The audio, I erased it and gave it to Ed. I just got fired.
So? You weren't thinking podcast immediately?
I wasn't. August 13th at about 12:35 in the afternoon. I wasn't thinking.
When you got fired, you weren't thinking, what's my next project with Jeff? I cannot believe that.
It was a sad sense of relief, all in the same. It's hard to.
I was driving home going, I don't have to see that fuckface ever again. Thank God. Wait a minute. What am I going to do without him? You know what I mean?
It's like someone cut off your 2 fingers.
Right. But they were important fingers.
They were
just fingers, but they were important ones. They were the ones that
ones.
wrap right around the top of the shaft when I'm jerking it.
Had you asked me if I was going to lose my thumb and pinky to never work with Jeff again, I probably would have taken it. I would have looked at those 3 fingers and went, I can get by.
It was nice while I had those 3 fingers, but they normally just wipe my ass anyway.
And then fast forward a couple weeks. You want to try to do this?
I was at my friend Dan Dooley's place last week, something like that. Dooley's 026 in Fenton.
I know it well.
And I sat at the bar and drank a couple of Jamesons while he was rocking in the kitchen. And I told him, I said, hey, we're doing this podcast thing and we're looking for people to advertise on it. Do you want to do this? And he said, yeah, because I'm having this kind of a crazy event, and I don't know if this is the first time he's ever done this, but you know how everybody loves St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
Right? And everybody is at least a little bit Irish once a year, right? And it's an excuse to get fucking drunk, right?
Absolutely.
Saturday, September 17th, St. Patrick's Day 2011.5. So it's 6 months. It's halfway to St. Patrick's Day again.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they're having a St. Patrick's Day 2011.5 celebration. They open for breakfast at 9 a.m. Guinness specials all day. Corned beef and cabbage all day, and I know you love that.
That is one of my favorite dishes of all time.
Live Irish music at 7 o'clock. Green beer. Specials all day long. And when he first sent me this, I was like, I'm reading it saying Saturday, September 17th, St. Patrick's Day, 2011. I know Dan drinks a lot, but this can't. And then I saw the 0.5 next to it. So
it all came together.
Yeah, Dooley's 026 in Fenton. It's right across from St. Paul's grade school. It's at 141 in Gravois, basically. And they have great dirty wings there. But they wanted to let everybody know. Saturday, September 17th, St. Patrick's Day, 2011 and a half. Open at 9 a.m. for breakfast. Guinness specials, corned beef and cabbage all day. Live Irish music at 7 o'clock, green beer, and again, specials and all the booze and all the food all day long. And they know how to party because their last name's Dooley. That's the best way to put that. You want to do, what do you want to do? You want to do yes game? All right, here, everybody. I threw it out there on Twitter and Facebook. Can you imagine what a yes game that's uncensored would be like? And everybody's just been going crazy for it. So let's do the yes game.
See, I didn't know you propped it up like that. Otherwise, I would have been
Well, we can do it again
Really dirty.
at another time
All right.
if you want to. Sorry, hold on. Let me do the open real quick here. I got to open this thing.
The answer is yes, yes, yes. The answer is yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so it's a series of 5 questions we ask each other. No matter the question, we have to answer yes.
You force crippled children to listen to your jokes. If they don't laugh, you cut their earlobes off.
Yes.
Now that it's September, you can start to dream about Thanksgiving morning when you fuck the family's defrosted turkey.
Oh my. Yes.
When you go to jerk off booths, you smell out the cum and begin to lick.
Oh. Yes.
You used to carry a spork with you so you could snack from your bag.
Oh. Yes.
And you're going to dress as a dead baby for Halloween.
It's like you were there when I planned it. Yes.
That's what I thought.
Tom, is it true the brown under your fingernails is not from playing in the yard?
I'm looking at my fingernails, yes.
Tom, is it true that when you're at the zoo, everyone thinks you're an exhibit called Sad Gay Panda?
That made me laugh, yes.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
Is it true that you are so gay it smells like bleach every time you take a poop?
Yes. Did you write that one yourself?
Yes,
or no?
I did. I wrote
Okay.
all of them myself.
Good job.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
Is it true when you're not pooping, your ass is used as a cock holster?
Yes.
Last one, Tom. Is it true your ex-wife was such a whore, you would fuck her in a trash dumpster just so it would smell better?
Yeah. I'll say that with pride.
Yeah. She had to have been a good fuck, though, right? She was a stripper.
Yeah, she knew what to do, but then again, it got
Did the novelty kind of wear off after a while?
It got old.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you got to, like, oh, by the way, crap, we're married, you know?
I can distinctly remember after not seeing her for a week and a half, 2 weeks, which wasn't...
Sorry, I didn't mean to keep her that long. I apologize.
No, it wasn't unheard of for her to be gone for such a period of time. She worked out of town, and then she worked part-time for the airlines, so she would get cheap airfare to wherever she was going. So she'd get off work and then fly to Jamaica and then go fuck Jamaica people.
Good. Nice. So Bob Marley's one of your favorite bands, right?
I think she actually fucked a couple of the Wailers. I remember eating chili and a steak and shake in Carbondale, Illinois with the Wailers.
And they were eating something else.
They were eating spaghetti at the time. They were nice enough. Oh, hey, Tom.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, man, hey, man. Yeah, you know, I was like, hey.
I like your wife's pussy. I wish I could order that again here at the Waffle House.
I know you got to take the ring out of her snatch before you really get to time. I know all those subtleties about her.
Oh, the chili that you're eating. It reminds me, she ate my ass. It was worth every penny of. You had to have had fun, though. I mean, being married to a stripper sexually, it has to be a lot of fun. And the reason why I say that, I remember shortly after the morning show was fired, is that, I don't want to say shortly after, but a couple months later, we had a phone conversation, and I said something to the effect of, God, what was it? I said something like, are you guys going to have kids, or how's marriage going? And is it going to suck to screw one woman for the rest of your life? And your reply was, do you remember what your reply was?
I don't remember this conversation.
You said, I'm screwing more women now that I'm married to her than beforehand.
Probably was true.
Where are these women?
Oh, they're scattered about the general.
They're in therapy is where they are, probably, right?
Draw a circle around the city of St. Louis.
Uh-huh.
And you can go out about 360 miles in all directions.
In all directions, and that's where they are.
They're-
Were they all
They're in there somewhere.
Were they all strippers, too?
Most of them, yeah.
Most of them? Where would you guys meet them? Just at strip clubs and whatnot?
Well, she'd be friends with him or whatever, and then I would go to the strip club. Of course, I knew everybody in there, so I wasn't paying the god-awful prices.
Right.
They gave me a break.
Sure.
But it would be like, I got to work for 3 hours. Once you come in at 9, I'll be off by 10. And
we'll be fucking Sally over there by midnight.
And, Mercedes is coming home with us at 10. I said, Mercedes?
Let me check her out.
Tom, this is Mercedes. Hey, how are you? In about an hour, I'm going to be knee-deep in your snatch. Oh,
God, I just cannot imagine that, I mean, the I don't want to say normal guy, but most people that didn't live through that, that's what every guy wants, is like 2 women at one time.
Yeah, but here, just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there for all those who think it's the great, big thing
right.
that's going to happen to them.
Yeah.
The stripper could become emotional and or financially dependent on you. B, that stripper could have a problem of sorts with, controlled substances. And then will rob you blind. And then,
that never happened to you, though, did it?
And then you got the person who just thinks that this married couple is now a threesome. And they're part of the couple because, they emotionally bond with you and then they feel something with him.
But you're in your mind, hey, look, I made the map of Hawaii on your chest, now get the fuck out.
The way the rules were, anything goes as long as we were in the room together, and that they always left when it was said and done. They always walked out the door.
I don't see where there's a problem with that. How is that a problem?
Well, because sometimes out of sheer laziness, you forget to kick them out, and you just pass out and or wake up and you go, what? And then you go, oh, yeah.
I could see a scenario where I would pass out if 2 girls were just honkering down on my shaft.
Mercedes, Dawn.
Now, when we leave Sausage, am I supposed to still call you Mercedes, or can I just call you Dawn?
I prefer to be called Fuck My Mouth.
Right. Now, when I say get down on my shaft and lick my balls, do I need to call you Mercedes, or do I call you Dawn? Do I say, Dawn, open up, it's about ready to go, or do I say, Mercedes, close your eyes, I don't want to glue them shut?
You got to ask. Okay to pop in your mouth?
Was there like a checklist, a menu?
No, they knew what they were getting into.
Is it in alphabetical order? Anals first, check the box, yes or no?
You know all of that going in. You have a brief conversation sometime between 10 and whenever you end up in the bedroom.
So I guess if the 3 of you weren't kind of sort of into the same thing, you wouldn't be there to begin with.
Let's put it this way. If she wasn't into it, it wouldn't be happening.
Right. That's kind of... That makes sense.
I mean, look at me.
Right.
Do I look like the type of guy?
Here's the question I needed to ask a long time ago. My God, really? I mean, how many of these girls were good enough looking to be strippers, right?
They were hot. Yeah.
And they're sucking you off?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
One of those strippers once called me interestingly peculiar attractive. That's how she phrased it.
Great, honey. Suck my dick.
Shut up and suck my dick.
I know you got a horse story, but I want to go with this jogger story first, if that's all right.
Go ahead.
I think we got probably, this one's going to be short, by the way, you guys. Not our fault, unfortunately, but we got about 7 or 8 more minutes. A guy, and it doesn't really matter where, but it was out of the country. I think it was somewhere in the England, but I'm not sure. Charged with exposing himself after a jogger allegedly says that he blocked her path with his vehicle. So if you can visualize this girl is just jogging. She's having a good time. She's got her jogging outfit on. She's jogging down the road. And then a van pulls in front of her path. And she goes to jog around the path. And the guy behind the wheel is jerking the gherkin.
Oh.
Silver minivan, in her path. Saw him pleasuring himself in his vehicle. She provided information. Well, let's see. I know he's left-handed.
Did you mention what time of the day this was, and I missed it, or does it say?
Does not say.
Let's assume that it was 2:15 in the afternoon.
Right.
Because I remember as a flight attendant.
You're a stewardess, weren't you?
I was a flight attendant. And if I had a 3-hour or more layover in St. Louis, I could actually leave airport grounds. And then I would go down the street to VIP on Lindbergh there.
VIP, what's that?
Very intimate playthings.
Oh, okay. That an adult store.
Yeah, pick myself up a couple mags, mostly with a Larry Flint on it. I knew I was good to go. And then I knew a secret spot off of Lindbergh. I'd go toss
You've
one
got
off.
to be kidding me.
No, I had to toss one off. I had 3 hours. What do I got to do?
So did you tease yourself along for 3 hours?
I was excited. I didn't have to tease. It was a process that was done within, but the workup is you know the stuff you got to plan to jerk off in your car?
Apparently, you got to have 3 hours.
Well, you're not like that guy and doing it in the middle of the street. You got to plan these things out.
But can you understand that this, by the way, we've worked together for 75 years, and this is the first time you've ever told me this story. You've talked to me about jerking off on the plane. You've talked to me about jerking off in an airport.
It could be that this is the first time that I'm thinking of it.
But what I'm saying is, you just said you left it. You're a stewardess.
I'm a flight attendant.
Okay.
Flight attendant.
Labels are for soup cans, but you were a stewardess.
Flight attendant.
And you left the airport, drove to a porn store.
Yes.
Bought magazines.
Yes.
Drove to another location that you knew was safe and sound.
Yes. With proper materials, by the way.
Well, yeah. With the magazines.
No. I also had a special cloth. I had some handy wipes. I had to go back to the airport.
Well, no, I understand that.
But
do you not understand? And listeners of this podcast, please email me and tell me if I'm wrong at mytomandjeff.com. These are the exact people that we fucking make fun of all the time. You realize that? These are the people that we read the stories about and say when they get caught.
Read that story when they get caught. I never got caught because I did it the right way.
And that's what everybody else said up until the point where they got caught. I hope you're not still doing this sort of thing. You have a residence.
Of course not.
Okay. Because, really,
this was
honestly.
1991, 92.
But honestly, think about it. If I came to you for the show prep for the next podcast and said, hey, I found this story about this airline attendant who has 3 hours to kill, and he drives off of the grounds of the airport, goes and picks up a couple of nudie magazines, and pulls over into the corner in a car and starts spanking his meat. And oh, by the way, when they caught him, they found all of his special little jerk-off stuff, like the moisturizer and the towel and the magazines, and he was sitting there in broad daylight jerking off. I mean, you'd go, oh, yeah, that comedy writes itself. Yeah, well, of course we're going to talk about that asshole.
I would have said to you, that happened to me.
Right. And here we are. At least it wasn't a horse, right?
There is that. And I can't find the damn story because I still can't copy and paste on this fucking thing.
I think I have it in my phone.
That was one of the things I wanted to ask you.
What's that?
Come over here and try to realistically copy and paste this, if you would.
Copy and paste what?
Like, I was looking through stories today. I found that horse story, and the only way
but you don't know how to copy and paste.
I mean, I knew how to copy and paste over here, but I don't know how to copy and paste on this.
Why would... It's the exact same thing. It's still a computer.
Yeah, but it doesn't have the same look-sees and tools and whatnot.
Speaking of tools, seriously, you can't figure that thing out?
The gist of the story was...
The jizz of the story.
There was a guy who was arrested for fondling and inappropriately touching a grown horse in the stable.
Thankfully, it was a grown horse and not a
colt,
not a baby horse.
Right?
That'd be gross.
This is the same man who, after talking to police, begins to tell them that he's done this before. They look into it, and they put two and two together. From that same stable, there was another horse with a vaginal infection.
Oh. You know, a horse vag already probably is not really pleasant. But now a horse vag has some sort of pus coming out of the lips.
If you live somewhere in the Imperial area, you'll know this.
Oh, no. There goes all of our Imperial listeners. Well done. What do you think if you had X amount of money, let's say $50,000 in cash laying on this table right here, and it's yours tax-free, would you rather eat a horse pussy or suck a horse cock?
I'll eat a horse pussy.
Really?
Yeah.
Will you imagine what that smells like? You just pulled the horse out of the pasture.
I can't throw up in the studio. This isn't even ours.
It's 104 degrees outside, and old Maddie just got done running.
I had such a good lunch. I really can't.
And for $50,000, you're going to spread those lips and just start.
What is that? Hay? It's just hay and horse cum. Don't worry about it.
Is there like a little horse button down there too that you go for or not? Or do we know?
I wouldn't ask.
A little horsey man in the boat?
It would, for that $50K, it would be one lap and only one lap.
No, you have to go until you get the horse off.
How do you know the horse is getting off?
I don't know. It's your $50,000 bet. That's why I'm saying I'd suck the horse cock, because you know at least when you're done, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, just go ahead and drink a half a quart of mayonnaise.
Warm.
And
sitting out
vinegar.
on the deck.
And a little bit of chlorine and kind of slap it around in a milk jug. Take a pull off of that. Except, not a pull, just splash it on your face.
Just splash it all over your face. And the horse is holding your head down like you're in high school and just pushing you up and down like that. Poor horsies. Do we got to get out of here already?
Yeah, we got to go.
Ah, fuck. Seriously?
Yeah, dude. If we want the podcast up as soon as possible, we got to go.
Okay. All right. So that's our podcast for today. It's a Thursday evening. Hopefully it's right now it's like 7:25. Hopefully it's gonna get up by 8:30, something like that. I don't know how long it takes to render. But we got good news from iTunes. Our account is set and ready to go. So if you got the ability, you can get it straight from iTunes or just go to mytomandjeff.com. But if you're listening to this, obviously you already went to.
We'll do it again on,
TomandJeff.com.
I guess we're going to do it again on Tuesday, right?
Yeah, I hope so. If anybody wants to advertise with the program, like Dooley's 026 in Fenton, remember, September the 17th, they're having a St. Patrick's Day 2011.5 celebration. Dooley's 026 in Fenton, green beer, breakfast at 9 a.m., Irish music, and corned beef and cabbage all day long.
And while we're talking on podcast number 1, I said thank you and hello to DB's in Soulard, and the person said to me it sounded like that the establishment was only open on Sundays.
Hey, Tom, is it only open on Sundays?
No.
That's what it sounded like.
DV's is open Monday through Saturday, and then football season starts Monday through Sunday until I think 2.
And you were keen on football, but you're talking Sunday football, Monday night football, Thursday night football, all that stuff,
everything.
Right
so,
on. We will talk to you very, very soon. Tom and Jeff podcast.